Hi, good afternoon. It's Jan from the Hospitality Partnership. I hope everybody's okay and managing to hold on tight to this Corona coaster of a ride. I know you've heard me mention about the Corona coaster of a ride lots of times now, but it truly is. Well, the Hospitality Partnership and all the partners have been speaking to lots of hotels, lots of hospitality businesses, organisations, various forums, and what is becoming clear from those conversations that we're having is that there is a real concern about staffing resource. Many businesses have had to make people redundant, or they've left on their own accord because of the current situation. And there's a concern now for when we do start to operate normally and at full capacity, will we have the resource to manage? And, you know, that is, it is a worry. However, from that, there is always a solution. Of course, I'm going to talk about the Hospitality Partnership, where there could be a solution where we can help with short-term, long-term or project work that needs doing to fulfill the different roles that you may need in your business. But you may also be looking to rebuild your team, get younger people within the business. And there's a way to do that as well, and they can become permanent employees. So I'm not the expert on this, but I have someone alongside me who is the expert on this. And this is Frank from LSS Group, which we are proud to have as an associate partner of the Hospitality Partnership. And Frank and the LSS team have been appointed official gateway partners to the government for the Kickstart scheme. So now I'll shut up and I'll let Frank just explain the benefits of the Kickstart scheme and what it means. And
it's a real tongue twister.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So Frank, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jan. I'm going to put a little bit of meat on the bones as far as who we are, who the LSS Group are. Yep. We are a multidisciplinary company that have been operating within the hospitality sector for over 30 years now. So we supply operational management, everything from HR to accountancy to procurement, whatever a business needs if it wants to be managed externally or turned around. And because of our experience within the sector, we decided that applying for the government Kickstart scheme was a great thing. It's a way of putting something back into the sector. I'll give you a little bit of background on the scheme. The scheme was started by the government last summer as part of the plan for jobs. It got off, I think we'll all admit, to a very slow start. There were horror stories of it taking 2 or 3 months to get any sort of response out of the government. The scheme is aimed at 16 to 24-year-olds that are registered at job centres and that are on universal credit. The scheme is intended to get these young people into jobs where they can hit the ground running. So they tend to be entry-level jobs where they can make a difference as soon as they join the business. And the government will fund that young person in their entirety. So the government will pay 25 hours a week at national minimum wage, and they'll pay their national insurance contributions, their wage, and any pension contributions that.
So if I was the employer, then it wouldn't cost me anything to get them on board and to get them helping within the business and starting to train them or anything like that?
Absolutely zero net cost, Jan.
Perfect for this time then, isn't it? Because I mean, finances are so tight right now that you have to spend that money wisely. So that's really good. Do you know, the other thing that would always be a concern to me is, oh, it sounds like it could be a lot of paperwork, a lot of hassle to be able to get that amazing placement in my business. So is it really going to be difficult?
And it is, it's a load of paperwork and it's a load of hassle, and we do it all.
Okay.
So there's nothing really for the employer to do other than an initial fact-finding form. We then take
that's
care of
brilliant news.
everything.
When you were just saying yes, there was loads of paperwork, I just thought, we might as well finish the interview now then, because I know people don't have the time to be able to have all the, you know, crossing I's and T's and downloading forms and goodness knows. So the fact that you do the whole lot.
It's a government process, and it's very, very, you know, it is administratively quite a heavy burden. But we now know what we're doing. We've been putting in bids for a while. We know what we're doing. We know what we have to do to get the bids through. And we're also honest, if somebody's trying to take advantage of the scheme negatively, then, you know, we won't put that bid through. It's a waste of everybody's time. For us, it's really a way of supporting the hospitality industry, getting young people into work and actually making a difference. If you can imagine, if you're reopening after a few months of being locked down and you need to get staff in, well, to be able to get them in 6 months at zero net cost to the business is an absolute boom.
Yeah, really good, really good. And what a great opportunity for young people as well, isn't it? You know,
and it is about the young people. You know, hopefully a lot of these people will stay on. Hopefully the business will see that they benefit their business and they'll keep them on, you know, part-time or full-time. But even if that doesn't happen, the young person's getting a great experience. We handle their future employability training, so we try to better prepare them for life after that job if it doesn't materialize into a permanent role. But
there's a benefit on both sides, isn't there? One, for that placement that's going to get 6 months experience and great to have on their CV. It's also a great time for the business because they're going to get 6 months of a free person they can train to their way. And in 6 months down the line, I'm sure a lot will have happened with the current crisis where we will be getting busier. So it's likely then that they've used all of this 6 months to make sure that they've got the best person in place, and then they'll keep them anyway because they're going to be busy enough to be able to keep them on. So it truly is.
Absolutely. And the employer has complete control over the process. So they will get a number of candidates to interview. They can take the ones they want, or, you know, not take any at all. If it doesn't work out, they're not tied into having to keep that person. So there's a lot of reassurance for the employer as well.
Okay. Is there a minimum number of placements at any employer?
No.
Because it used to be, I think.
It used to be a minimum. Well, we as a gateway could only put bids in for 30 or more. That was changed last week, in fact. And an employer now can put their own bid in. So if an employer wants to employ 1 or 2 people, they can do that. I have to say we've been totally unaffected by that because the process is so heavy and so long and so labour intensive that nobody that was wanting to do it with us has pulled away, that everybody's still stuck with us.
No, well, I think it's that same thing, isn't it? If you do an event for 300 or 5 people, you might as well do it for the 300. But it's just the fact that, you know, because I know that if there was that minimum criteria, that could put employers off. So it's good to know that there's not that minimum anymore. Pass it over to you, you can handle it all, and they can just enjoy the benefits of it.
Absolutely.
And we're really pleased to, as the Hospitality Partnership, to be supporting this as well, because it sits very nicely with our values of trying to make a difference, you know, supporting the industry when it's needed most. So we're really, really pleased to be supporting this as the LSS Group, and you know, we're delighted that you won that contract to deliver as a gateway. So it's really good.
Yeah, we're really pleased.
That we need to, anything else that we need to know about it, Frank?
I think that's it, really. Contact us. We'll go through, we'll hold your hand through the process. As I say, once we have the initial information, we do everything else. And hopefully we get that bid through. The only thing I would say is that the budget for the Kickstart scheme is limited. It was allocated 2 billion. Well over half of that has now gone.
So act fast.
act fast. The scheme runs until the 31st of December. Get your piece of the pie. And even if you don't start that person until the 31st of December, it doesn't matter. You've had your bid approved, you've got your placing. Just don't leave it, because we don't know when the money's going to run out. We're hoping it's going to be extended, but we don't know.
That's really good advice then. And again, it's this using this time to get it all sorted, and then you can choose when that placement can start with you. But at least you'll know it's all in place and you can get
absolutely
with running your business. Sounds brilliant. What we'll do on this is we will put a call to action of how to contact you should anybody be interested. We highly recommend it. Take advantage of it. We don't get many bonuses like this, do we really? So
we don't.
Urge any business to get involved in it, and to speak to Frank at the LSS group and start the wheels in motion on that. But we'll put all of the contact details onto the video as well.
That's great.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Thanks, Jan.
Thank you. All right. And good luck with it, and then let us know. We'll do another one to see how it's going as well. All right.
Yeah, we will do.
See you soon. Thanks very
much. Bye.